We're going to be covering AutoCAD, including specialized tool sets. This is just going to be an overview of the included software and what to expect. There's not actually going to be any live demo. I just want to make sure that you guys understand what comes with the specialized tool sets, and also walk through the process of making sure that we, how you actually find it in your account and how you download it. And let's see, come on, there we go. And again, all attendees will be muted throughout the call. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, please post them in the Q&A panel. We will answer as many questions as we can following the presentation. And again, my name is Ryan Wunderlich. I have approximately 32 years of experience in AutoCAD and its verticals across multiple industry segments. That includes architecture, acoustic design, naval engineering, architecture, I think I mentioned that already, electromechanical, mechanical, printed circuit board design, schematic design, land survey technician, and civil engineering. I've had 15+ years in CAD management. The last 8 years before I came over to IMAGINiT, I was actually in the shipbuilding industry for cruise ship building, and that included both new build and revitalization projects. I've done 5 years of support in civil survey landscape architecture before that, and as part of that was converting 6 offices and 200+ users from land desktop to civil 3D, and again, mechanical design, electromechanical, printed circuit board. I have a bachelor's in business management and a master's in organizational management. So today, we are going to be talking about what is AutoCAD, including specialized tool sets. Then we're going to talk about what to know about the tool sets, and we're going to cover briefly each one of the tool sets that's included, such as AutoCAD, AutoCAD Architecture, AutoCAD Electrical, Map 3D, Mechanical, the MEP, Plant Design, Raster Design, the mobile app, and the web app, and how to access your toolbars and installation. Okay, so what is AutoCAD, including specialized tool sets? So now when you subscribe to AutoCAD or you transfer your perpetual AutoCADs over to subscription, you now get access to a multitude of products instead of just plain AutoCAD. So you get your standard AutoCAD that you're used to and familiar with, your standard 2D, 3D, and then you get a lot of industry-specific tool sets that are included in this new AutoCAD, including specialized tool sets. This allows you to take advantage of the new AutoCAD web and mobile apps and enabling workflows anywhere within your organization, and to also leverage the power of the Autodesk platform to help grow and expand the kind of things that you're going to be doing in your business. So what to know about the tool sets? Once sold individually, you'll now find that AutoCAD Architecture, AutoCAD Electrical, Map 3D, AutoCAD Mechanical, MEP, which is mechanical, electrical, and piping for buildings, Plant 3D, and Raster Design are now all included with a single subscription to the AutoCAD 2019, including specialized tool sets. Now, the big things to know: if you want to use each component from the tool set, you will need to install each component separately and each is run separately. I mention this because Autodesk refers to this as a tool set, by which it implies you can easily access any or all of them from within your standard AutoCAD environment, which is not the case. In other words, you need to install each one of the programs that you want to run. The advantage of this is that you can go ahead and download and use only the tool sets you need when you need them. If you have no desire to use Plant 3D or have no need to, you don't need to download it, you don't need to install it, and you don't need to run it. And these tool sets really are a solid stepping stone to a BIM or a digital prototyping, depending on your industry, and if you're not ready to give up AutoCAD. So this is kind of the transition phase from going from straight vanilla AutoCAD to, let's say, Revit by using AutoCAD Architecture, MEP. If you're doing Inventor design and you're not quite ready to move all of your processes over to Inventor, AutoCAD Mechanical and AutoCAD Electrical can assist in bridging that gap between full BIM or digital prototyping type design and your standard paper CAD 2D, 3D designs. Come on. There we go. So now we're going to talk about AutoCAD. This is the flagship product that made Autodesk what it is today. This is the original AutoCAD 2D, 3D CAD software that provides innovative tools for design and documentation. Obviously, you're all familiar with your standard AutoCAD platform, so this allows you to create and edit 2D geometry and 3D models with solid surface and mesh objects. You can annotate drawings with text, dimensions, leaders, and tables. You can also customize your ribbon and tool palettes. You can customize additionally with additional add-on applications that you can get through the Autodesk store. Anything that you can buy online that is a plugin or a third-party application for AutoCAD. You've also got your standard VBA.NET Lisp programming and then your API programming. In addition, you can also attach and import vector data from PDF files into AutoCAD as lines, arcs, and circles. Okay, this was a new feature that was brought out in 2018 where it allows you to open up a PDF file that was generated with vectors and allowed you to bring that PDF and import the actual geometry instead of putting the PDF in as an underlay. So the next piece we're going to talk about is AutoCAD Architecture. This includes all the same AutoCAD functionality you're familiar with, but AutoCAD Architecture wants to help you build a 3D model of your building with much of the process automated. Unlike standard AutoCAD, you aren't working with lines, arcs, and circles anymore. You're actually working with walls, windows, and doors. And these things have a relatively minor intelligence to them, but as you move things around, it will update. This also adds some additional features for architectural drawing, documentation, and schedules, and for automating some of the drafting tasks. You can create floor plans, sections, elevations, and other building design drawings using the specialized tools within the AutoCAD Architecture software. And it includes additional features such as walls, doors, and windows that are intelligent objects. And then there are an additional 8,000 plus intelligent architectural objects and styles to support either AIA Standard 2nd Edition, the BS 1192 DIN 276, IS YBAU long format, short format, and STLB layer standards. So a lot of the stuff in AutoCAD Architecture already out of the box includes your AIA standards or whatever it is that you currently use, and most likely you're not going to have to do a whole lot to continue to use this information and have drawings that come up as standard drawings for you. Then we move to AutoCAD Electrical. Again, all of the packages that we're going to talk about until we get to the web and the mobile app will always include all of the base AutoCAD functionality you're used to. In AutoCAD Electrical, it adds some new design features that allow you to create, modify, and document electrical control systems. And what I mean by that is it allows you to create panel layouts, and when you create a panel layout, you can also do schematic diagrams and other electrical drawings using the specialized tools within the software. If any of you have ever done panel layouts for PLC software or anything like that, it used to be CAD blocks, and then you'd have multiple things, and this will actually do it for you. And then you can also use this same information to generate the schematics for you. The nice thing is this also has consistent project standards with drawings organized in a project-based structure. So AutoCAD Electrical introduced a project-type structure so that you can keep all of your drawings organized together, and when you run a set of schematic lines off one sheet, it will automatically connect with schematic lines on another sheet. Again, this includes a library of 65,000 plus intelligent electrical symbols to support different standards such as, the IEC standards, the IEEE, the NFPA, JIC, JIS. Now we're going to move to Map 3D. Again, this includes all the same functionality as regular AutoCAD. What I want to stress here is this is not Civil 3D. You are not going to have the same abilities in Civil 3D or in Map 3D that you would have in Civil 3D. This is not Civil 3D. That is a separate product. So Civil 3D is not included in the tool set, but Map 3D is. This allows you to incorporate some of the GIS topology within AutoCAD so that you can use and maintain CAD and GIS data for planning, design, and data management. You can also create, maintain, and communicate mapping and other GIS type information within the AutoCAD drawing environment by using the Map functionality and some of the plugins that are included in Map. You have task-based tools to manage GIS data and aggregate it within design data. You have access to spatial tools stored in files, databases, and web services. You also have some standard data schema to automate business workflows and report templates for various industries such as Electric Europe, Electric North America, water, wastewater, and gas industries. All of these things are included in the standard Map 3D package, and so this is additional functionality. Then we go to AutoCAD Mechanical. Again, same AutoCAD functionality plus a a large library of standard-based parts and tools to help you create, modify, and document mechanical designs for manufacturing. So you can automate a lot of the same mechanical engineering tasks that you've been working on, such as generating machine components, dimensioning, and the big one, creating bills of materials. All of the bills of materials that are created in AutoCAD Mechanical are always dynamic type bill of materials. So as you update and add additional intelligent parts and these standard parts that are included in the library, it will automatically update these bills of materials. You can create parts, assemblies, and other drawings for product design using the specialized tools, and there's over 700,000 intelligent manufacturing parts already included in the software. In most cases, you don't need to do a lot of additional programming or very little to actually get all of the pieces and parts that you're normally using. Moving on, now we're talking about the AutoCAD MEP, and again, this is the mechanical, electrical piping, and plumbing, sorry, not piping, plumbing. So this is all of the backbone inside of a building. So this includes your HVAC system, your plumbing systems, all of your electrical systems for lighting, things like that. So it includes, again, all the same functionality, but adds features that help you draft, design, and document all of these building system components in just a standard AutoCAD environment. It allows you to create accurate construction documentation of the MEP system's design. You've got task-based tools to create MEP drawings for building systems. And again, you can bring in an AutoCAD architecture drawing and use that as your backbone inside MEP to create your MEP objects. And so there's a large number here of intelligent MEP objects to support the AIA 2nd edition. And you'll notice these are the same standards that were in AutoCAD Architecture. Okay, hang on just one second. I see John Aram has a question. It is not included in Building Design Suite, but it is more or less the same information. So your AutoCAD Architecture is included in the Design Suite, and we'll come back to that during the Q&A. So hang on, John. And now we've got Plant 3D. This includes all the same functionality as AutoCAD, but the important thing is this adds features to help you produce P&IDs, which are process and instrumentation diagrams, and then integrate those process and instrumentation diagrams into a 3D plant design model. So where plant is very different is in the fact that you're actually creating P&IDs and plant drawings and you're creating plant layout drawings that integrate with each other. And so with that means that you can generate and share isometric, orthographic, and material reports. You can create schematic diagrams, plant layouts, and other drawings for plant design using specialized tools. So if you're doing any kind of plant or processing plant, most of those tools, there's little over 400 intelligent plant objects already included, and a lot of these can be modified to suit whatever you need. But just to let you know that information allows you to do plant design much more efficiently than using standard AutoCAD. Now we're going to talk about raster design. Now the important thing about raster design is this runs on top of any AutoCAD-based application. So everything I've talked about to this point can run AutoCAD raster design, but you have to have them installed before you install raster design. Raster, it adds raster to vector tools to help you convert raster images into DWG objects. You can edit scan drawings in a familiar AutoCAD environment. So you have some of the standard things that occur or that are in programs that you would normally edit images with, such as despeckle, bias, mirror, touch up your images. You use standard AutoCAD commands on raster regions and raster primitives. You can easily erase raster images, lines, arcs, and circles. You can create lines and polylines from the raster images and convert raster files into vector drawings. And then you can show and analyze geo images in Civil 3D engineering software, which is not part of the tool set, and in the Map 3D tool set. So if you do have geo images or geo TIFFs, things like that, you can use raster design to make those edits and put them back in. Okay, now we're going to talk about the AutoCAD mobile app. This includes the basic AutoCAD functionality. It's very important to understand that the mobile app allows for no customization or specialized tool sets available. It is stock standard basic AutoCAD at the most basic level. What you do is you install on your mobile device first through the App Store, and then sign in with your Autodesk account to activate it. So if you have an Android tablet or an iPad, you would go to the App Store for either of those. You'd download the product and you'd sign in. In order to be able to use the mobile app, you have to be assigned the software, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. And then you can take the power of AutoCAD wherever you go. You can view, create, edit, and share AutoCAD drawings on mobile devices anytime, anywhere. You can work on the latest drawings right at the job site. You can access updates in real time. The important thing to know is you have to upload the drawings to the cloud or a device to be able to edit them in the mobile app. So you have to either copy them over to the mobile app, or you have to have them in the cloud and have your mobile device be able to access the cloud through either a wireless hotspot, Wi-Fi. If you guys have tablets that already have a data plan included, like a cell phone, then you'd be able to do it that way. And then the web app. So this is, again, it's very similar to the mobile app, but this is basic AutoCAD functionality. Again, no customization or options for the specialized tool sets are available. The nice thing is you can access this from any web browser. You access your Autodesk account, you look for AutoCAD web application, click the little chain links on the right to access. You can also access through web.autocad.com. And it allows you to access and harness the power of just standard basic AutoCAD from any computer, even if CAD is not installed on it. Allows you to view, create, and edit CAD drawings. You can work on the latest drawings from anywhere. You can access the same updates in real time, assuming that those drawings are in the cloud, or you have to upload the drawing, and you will have to upload drawings to the cloud to be able to edit them in your browser. Okay, so that's about what the web app is for. So if you happen to be at home and have a brilliant idea, you can just launch the web app. Don't need to install software on your home computer or do anything like that. You can do something real quick. You can put it in the cloud, and then you can go to work and pull it down from there. All right, so accessing your tool sets and installation. So you have two options when it comes to installing your AutoCAD and AutoCAD specialized tool sets. You can do it through your Autodesk account portal, or you can do it through the desktop app, and I'm going to walk you through both of these. So the first one is that we're going to access your tool sets and installation from the Autodesk Portal. Most of you have probably seen, if you've been in your Autodesk account, that the Autodesk account portal has changed. It's slightly different. It's actually greatly different than what you're used to. So you'd go to manage.autodesk.com and sign in from there. From there, you'll pick and choose to download AutoCAD or any of the specialized tool sets. So you'll actually go to where it says AutoCAD including specialized tool sets. You'll go to the three dots on the right, and you'll say View All Items. As soon as you say View All Items, it will pop up, and it will say AutoCAD including specialized tool sets, and here is where you will find your AutoCAD Architecture, Electrical, MEP, and all of the things that are included in that tool set. Now, when you get to this point, you'll click on the little bracket on its back with the little down arrow pointing to it on the right. And again, at that point, it's going to pop up another screen that's going to say, what version do you want to download? And when you do subscribe, you will have access to, generally speaking, you will have access to 2016 through 2019. So 2019 is the current version, and 3 years back would be 16, 17, and 18. And when we get to 2020 or 2021, whenever the next version comes out, 2016 will drop off that list, and then 2017 would be the oldest version you can access. When you click on this, it'll come up and say, we generally recommend here at IMAGINiT and in our support center to always click on the View All, and generally speaking, we recommend it always to do the Download Now method. This is generally the best method to ensure that you have all the software downloaded prior to installing. If your internet connection drops below a certain threshold, or it resets for any reason while you're trying to do the install now is just going to simply fail. And then we come back in and you keep trying it, and it will keep continuing to fail. Whereas the Download Now installs a download manager, make sure it downloads all of the software, and that download manager will start and stop as necessary depending on your internet connection. Once it's downloaded, it fires the installer, and then there's a third option called browser download in there. If you go to the browser download, it downloads an ultra-compressed spanned executable that when you double-click on it, extracts all of the installation files and then starts the installer. The other option you have is to go through your Autodesk Desktop App. If you are signed into your desktop app and you have the AutoCAD with including specialized tool sets assigned to you and it's not a network license, you will actually see all of the information here about moving up to and installing either 2018 or 2019, depending on what you do and do not already have installed. Basically, you'll open it up, you'll see this little glyph right here. It says My Products and Tools. You have to make sure you click on the I agree to the terms and conditions and you click Install. One of the things to be aware of is that if you click Install from here is that it will actually use the Install Now method. And again, we generally steer away from this. But if you have a very solid internet connection, you can always go through this route. Now, as far as assignment, if your contract manager has assigned you the Autodesk software, including or the AutoCAD including specialized tool sets from their account, then you should be able to log into manage.autodesk.com using your email address, and you should be able to see this, assuming it's a standalone license. If it's a network license, only the contract manager or the software coordinator can actually download that software and install it on your machine. Well, they can download the software, and then you're going to be tied back to your license server in order to get your licenses. But all of that's included in the standard AutoCAD including specialized tool sets. So, real quick, generally speaking, if you plan to use plain AutoCAD, always install that first. Okay, the reason why is that all of the other programs are what I call bolt-ons. So Map 3D is an additional bolt-on to the standard AutoCAD engine. So if you plan to use plain AutoCAD, make sure you install that first. Install all the other tool set components you wish to use. So you don't need to install everything if you're not going to use everything. If you want architecture and you want MEP, install AutoCAD, then architecture, then MEP, or MEP and then architecture, doesn't matter what order you install them in. The big thing though is that if you're going to use raster design for any reason, you always want to install that one very last. The reason why is that you want it to be available for all installed AutoCAD-based products, and if you install it last, it will detect all of the products you have installed and will add the raster design tool palettes to every single one of those. And if you miss one, then you have to go back and do a reinstall of raster design in order to get that information back into the other packages. Any questions?